Okay, so let's come to goal number 13. So when we are talking about nature, how can we forget about climate? So goal 13 is climate. So climate is very important. So climate actions. Okay, so I'll just write one by one the target and then let me explain to you. Okay, so the first is strengthen and adopt, you know, climatic good conditions, recover the problems of the climatic hazards. So whatever problems you're having from climate, so that should also be recovered, so that whatever the losses are happening. So climatic actions play a lot of improve, a thing. Okay, so there must be national policies. So national policies should be there, strategies should be there, and proper planning should be there. Okay, we must develop good education. So good education and you know awareness. So awareness is very important. So awareness is important between the child or in school, so that then so that how the climate change is spoiling the entire country, and we have to adapt, we have to take care about this global warming, because it's an early warning. So we must raise this in the institutions, in various places. There must be a promotion activity going on in every city, colleges, schools and all, so that there must be a climate awareness, that how you should take care of your climate. And because this is an early warning, because as you see that we are all facing global warming. Okay, so this implementation, United Nations has created this conventional climate change program, and it is spending $100 billion on this annually. Okay, and here the main goal of this United Nations, spending $100 billion in the year 2020, is to go in every 189 countries and spread awareness of the problems of climate actions. Okay, and how we can have this green climate fund. So they are saying that every country should make a green climate fund. So they can ask you, what is a green climate fund? Okay, so this is like, you have to spend, when you're doing spending on everything, you should also spend money on green climate. Okay, so green climate fund is also very important. And there must be good effective climate. Okay, like if you talk about our cities, if you see, Indore is the most cleanest and very less pollution is there in cities. So smart cities and less pollution cities, and Delhi is coming number one in that, because the climate is very very bad there. Okay, so we have to focus on especially on women, youth and local, and create communities and awareness between the communities and the women and the local people, so that they can take care of the climate actions in the ground level. Okay, so from the small communities only it can go, so one community, then two community, then three, and then you can spread entirely from one country, then spread the good things to other countries. Like if you see Bhutan is absolutely carbon free, and it's very good, it's doing a lot of work on climate. Okay, so the next one we will talk about, when we talk about climate, we have spoken about forest, vegetation, everything, all the hazardous. Now we will talk about is something below the water. Okay, so we will talk something life below water. So that is goal number 14. Yes, that is marine reservation. So goal 14 is life below water. Okay, so now as I said, so what is the goal here? By 2025 we must eradicate or stop water pollution of all kinds. Okay, so you know what kind of water pollutions are there. Then stop land based activities, including marine debris. Now what is debris? Sometimes what they do is they keep on putting garbage and dumping to cover up the water in land. Okay, so that is called as marine debris. Okay, and so what happens is there is a nutrient pollution. Okay, so all the nutrients of the water is getting spoiled, so that also should be done. So there must be a sustainable development of managing the marine life, and the coastal ecosystem should be guarded, and there must be a restoration where there must be productive oceans where where the water is clean, and you have to minimize the ocean. So what are the things which happens? So there is an ocean acidification. So ocean, that becomes too acidity, so we have to do this: minimize ocean acidification. Okay, yes. Then also regulate harvesting. So when you're harvesting, you have to see that it's not too much. We are harvesting is also bad. Regulate harvesting. And over fishing, because most of the times we do overfishing, that is also very very bad. And destructive fishing and unregulated, where the fishing is done in a very non without any norms or any discipline, so those things have to be, illegal fishing has to be stopped. So where the biological characteristics are very bad for the water and you're spoiling due to these reasons, so that all should stop. And 10% of coastal and marine areas must be conserved. So this is a very important point. Let me write down this. So by 2020, 10% of coastal and marine areas should follow the international law. So the international law should be followed. Okay, based on the best, so there must be based on scientific research and how the water is taken care and all. So based on the best available scientific. So scientific is, science is playing a lot of information. So whatever is the latest information, based on that we have to make an international law. So we have to prohibit, now this certain fishes are becoming endangered, like their complete communities, in danger. So there's no more going to be an upbringing or budding fishes coming up from the sea anymore, because their life is over, and that is called as endangered. So we have to ban certain form of fishes which are endangered. Okay, and so it is happening due to overfishing. There are some fishes which are like completely dying out, and we are just killing them because of overfishing. So that has to be like completely prohibited. So that also is very important. And who is taking care of this? That is the WTO, the World Trade Organization. Okay, and yes, we also have to do something else also. By 2030, economic benefits should be given to small islands. Okay, small islands, so like they also should have, because so aquaculture, we should promote the tourism, we should give them a sustainable management of fisheries, and we should allow them to increase the scientific knowledge, and develop research capacity, so that so there must be guidelines to transfer of marine technology, and all that should be done, so that these small islands are also developed, and least developed countries, we can focus on them for fishing and taking care of the marine areas. Okay, so we have to provide also access to markets to small fishermen also, and enhance, now the last point of this discussion is, let me just wrap this of this goal, is ultimately we have to enhance the conservation. So this is a very vital point: the conservation and sustainable use. So what is sustainable? I told you, continuous, like you can forever and ever, so that we can use the ocean forever and ever. Use of ocean and their resources by implementing international law. Okay, so this is a very important thing, and this is also that it's also be told that there's a pledge said that future we want. Okay, so now we have spoken about the conservation and the sustainable use of oceans and the resources, all that. So now we will go to goal number 15. So we are almost nearby now, and then we will brush up all the goals one by one. Okay, so yes, we will talk about goal 15. So now we have spoken about life underwater. Now we will talk about life on land. Yes, so how can we forget life on land? Okay, so here also restoration, then conservation, the same thing only, or whatever we did, that's also the goal is the same. By 2020, ensure the conservation, restoration, so that anything which has got spoiled, we have to restore again and take care of it, and whatever the damages we have done, we have to repair it. So that is called as restoration. And sustainable use of terrestrial. Now what is terrestrial in particular I'm talking about is forest. Okay, then wetlands. So wetlands, like ponds and something like that. Mountains, yes. So mountains are also getting spoiled. We are cutting off the mountains. I think we are all familiar how the mountains are being cut into taking different kinds of stones. Then mountains, then dry lands. Okay, in line to international. So everything has to be international. Whatever the international law, there should be one law all over the world, where there must be, for life on land, what are the things we should do and what are the things we should not do. So international agreements. Okay, so now say for example, if we are sharing the border with Nepal, so how we are supposed to take care of the Himalayas and all. So that is the international agreement. Okay, and we have to promote that there must be half deforestation. We must restore the degraded forests, the forests which have got spoiled, increase the afforestation globally. And we have to also combat the deserts, because deserts are too many in the world. So we have to fight and see that how we can make it into green and protect the droughts and floods, because if you see, there's a lot of flood happening and land is getting affected and they're getting spoiled because of this desertification, or deserts are too much in plenty, and most of the land is suffering from either floods, too much of excess of water, or no water. That is called as drought. So biodiversity, so we can write down here, focus on biodiversity. Okay, so the half the loss of biodiversity has to be improved and has to be come back, and we have to protect the prevention and the extinct of endangered species. Again here, like koala bear, panda bear, these are all endangered species, they are in danger. And that is why you have to, then tigers, all these are there, lions. Okay, then some kind of elephants, some kind of deers, black bucks. So we are really very inhuman towards the animals. So here the endangered species have to be taken care. So there must be also genetic resources, and there must be resources where we can see that if you remember that in happiness also, sometimes we transfer some elephants, like from Thailand, 2 elephants were being presented to India. Okay, yes, similarly India had presented 2 tigers to the other country. So that is like a gesture of happiness, and there we can also transfer the resources of, like say for example, which forest the resources is less, we can transfer them, and so that they also start doing breeding of it. Okay, so now recently in Australia also, if you see that, kangaroos are now become endangered because they're eating kangaroo meat, and koala bear also is in endangered situation because of recent fire broke in Australia, if you remember, due to the afforestation. And that is why plenty of wildlife, especially wildlife, has got spoiled, and koala bears and all the animals died due to the fire. Okay, it was a very very grief situation. Recently this has happened. Okay, just I think maybe 6 months back, just before the coronavirus outbreak. Okay, so this has to be mobilized, and we have to use biodiversity and ecosystem. So ecosystem should be taken care of mostly, and local communities have to get involved themselves, so that they can sustain the livelihood, and they can create opportunities. And this way we can also create opportunities for the local people who are taking care of the jungle or taking care of the forest. So it will be a win-win situation, and there can be, like how we can stay with harmony and peace with the natural habitat. Okay, so that is also very important. Yes, coming to the next goal, that is goal number 16. Okay, so let me just rub this. Yes, goal 16. So goal 16 is peace, justice, and strong institutions. I repeat, peace, justice, and strong institutions. Okay, so here now this is, you can understand, this means peace. So there should not be any violence. There must be justful kind of environment all over the world, and for this we have to build strong institutions. Okay, good punishable laws should be there. So now what are the targets? So let's read the targets, or let's write the targets one by one. So the first one is reduce all forms of violence and death rates everywhere. So what kind of a violence due to death, wherever it is happening, it has to be reduced immediately, and we must see that the death rates are also lessened everywhere. Okay, so because of this, what happens is the death rate, if it is reduced, then overall there is a peace, justice. And why and how can we do it? By way of good strong institutions. So if there is a good strong institution, then only we will have. So there must be a systematic strong institution where the justice is prevailed. Okay, so that is a very important thing. And most of the countries have to participate with each other because of this. Okay, it's not like so now what kind of problems do we have? First we have to end abuse. So let's end abuse. Okay, exploitation, trafficking of small children and women, all forms of violence. Again I'm repeating this, all forms of violence and torture of children. So children and also torture, so that also should be stopped completely. It should be completely eliminated. Let's go with the next one also. We will continue, because this is a very very vital point, and we can't just delete this. So let me just rub this. Yes, so violence and torture of children. So we have to promote law for this. So here what do we do? Promote law. Okay, so we have to promote law or rule of law at the national. So national level, obviously, because national level is important, every country should have a strong law, and international law. So there must be a very good law of national law and international law, and both should be very much